Amanda Seyfried's new role in Long Bright River, an 8-part drama series adapted from Liz Moore's novel, marks a significant departure from her usual roles. Known for her performances in romantic comedies and dramas, Seyfried is now playing Mickey, a beat cop in the gritty, crime-ridden streets of Philadelphia. This intense, dark role has forced her to confront her own fears and push her acting skills to new limits. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Seyfried opened up about the deep personal challenges she faced while bringing Mickey to life and the transformative process she underwent to play a character that was so far removed from her usual roles. The series, which premiered on Peacock Plus on March 13, is set against the backdrop of the opioid crisis and institutional corruption in Philadelphia. Mickey is a Philly native, raised in Kensington, a neighborhood plagued by addiction and poverty. Despite early signs that she would escape her blue-collar roots, Mickey finds herself as a single mother working as a beat cop in the very neighborhood that she had hoped to leave behind. She struggles with the daily realities of her job, which includes interacting with addicts, sex workers, and trying to protect her own sister, Kasey, played by Ashleigh Cummings, who has fallen into a life of addiction and prostitution. When sex workers start turning up dead and Kasey goes missing, Mickey's investigation leads her to suspect that there may be a serial killer on the loose. The show's narrative is driven by Mickey's quest for the killer, but at its heart, the story is about the complicated relationship between Mickey and Kasey, their father, John Doman, and Mickey's young son Thomas, Callum Vinson. The search for justice, family dynamics, and trauma all play a crucial role in shaping the plot and character development throughout the series. The show's darker themes of trauma, drug addiction, and sex work make it stand out from the current wave of crime comedies and action-packed thrillers that have dominated the television landscape in recent years. In fact, Long Bright River has drawn comparisons to Mare of Easttown, another crime series set in Pennsylvania that revolves around a mature female cop, Mare Sheehan, played by Kate Winslet, who is dealing with personal and family issues while investigating a series of murders. However, while Mare of Easttown centers more on the mystery, Long Bright River is more about the characters' emotional and personal journeys, particularly the love story between the two sisters. Nikki Toscano, the co-writer of the series, along with Liz Moore, said that the show's focus on the humanity in the darkness was what appealed to them and others involved in the project from the start. Toscano explained that when the series was initially pitched 5 years ago, the world was in a very different place. It was easier at the time to sell the project because people were responding to its focus on family dynamics and the humanity that can be found even in the darkest situations. She noted that the show was particularly well received because of the universal themes of trauma, survival, and the bond between family members. Seyfried's performance as Mickey is a far cry from her previous roles, and it required her to dig deep into her emotional well. She confessed to The Hollywood Reporter that she took on the role because she wanted to challenge herself and play someone who scared her. She never imagined herself in the role of a cop, feeling that she lacked the authority to carry off the character. However, once she put on the uniform, she said it all clicked. She explained that the uniform gave her an edge and a certain shield, which made it easier to embrace the character's authority. But she also acknowledged that playing Mickey was emotionally and mentally taxing, especially given the heavy themes of trauma and addiction the show explores. One of the most challenging aspects of playing Mickey for Seyfried was the emotional weight of her scenes with Ashleigh Cummings, particularly when Mickey suspects that her former partner, Truman, played by Nicholas Pinnock, might be the serial killer. The scene required her to portray a wide range of emotions, from disbelief to fear, while also grappling with the possibility that her sister may be relapsing into addiction. Seyfried admitted that some of these scenes took a toll on her, and she had to spend significant time in an apartment in the city without her kids, fully immersing herself in the character's world. Despite these challenges, she felt supported by the incredible directors and her co-stars, which made the process easier to handle. Seyfried also shared a funny anecdote about the release format for Long Bright River. The show was released all at once on Peacock Plus, which is not the usual way television shows are distributed. Many of the previous shows she had worked on had weekly episode drops, so it was a unique experience to see people binge-watch the entire series in one sitting. Toscano also mentioned that she received a number of messages from viewers who had watched all 8 episodes in a single day. This shift in how television is consumed reflects the changing landscape of the industry, where binge-watching has become the norm, and shows are being made with that in mind. Toscano, who co-wrote the series with Liz Moore, spoke about how the adaptation process from book to screen went smoothly, thanks to Moore's open-mindedness and collaborative approach. Moore was not interested in making a direct replica of her book in series form, so the team focused on keeping the essential themes intact while also making adjustments for the series format. The love story between Mickey and Kasey was one of the key elements they wanted to keep intact, as was the depiction of Kensington. Toscano said that they aimed to authentically capture the essence of the neighborhood, showing both the beauty and darkness of the place. While the book was praised for its portrayal of the opioid crisis and the impact of addiction on communities, the show takes those themes even further, weaving in the murder mystery and its impact on the characters' lives. The decision to weave between the past and present, a device employed in the book, was also retained in the series. Toscano acknowledged that some details from the book had to be abandoned or changed to fit the structure of the series, but she emphasized that everything was done with the heart of the story in mind. The fact that Long Bright River is tackling such dark and difficult topics is especially notable in a time when many television shows tend to shy away from these types of heavy themes. The show does not offer an easy hero or a neatly tied-up ending, and it doesn't shy away from exploring the harsh realities of life in Philadelphia's most troubled neighborhoods. But at its core, it is about the resilience of the human spirit and the deep bonds that exist between family members, even in the face of immense adversity. For Seyfried, the role of Mickey was a way to break free from her past roles and explore something much deeper and more complex. It challenged her to confront her own fears and pushed her to explore emotional territory she had never ventured into before. And for viewers,